Okay, in this video we're going to look at describing the shape of a data distribution. So here in the first example, we've got an example of a histogram. So we've collected a list of data and we've created a histogram. When we see this perfect, and we often like to refer it as a bell shape, or you can see that if you had a line down the middle, like the vertical, like this down this way, you'd see that it's a mirror image on either side. When that happens, we call this symmetric. So this is a symmetric example of a symmetric data distribution. And it can just be roughly. So here it roughly looks the same, so we'll call that one symmetric. So they are a histogram. So what you'll see if you have it, say for example, a dot plot, the dot plot will look the same in terms of you'll have this little mirror image. Sorry, it's getting a bit bad, but anyway, you see this, the dots form this mirror image symmetric shape. And maybe later on, you might see when you do when we have a box plot, what we see here are the two boxes in the middle are the same size. So we mean these two boxes, when they're the same size, then that's symmetric. Okay, so then we have other types of shapes, and here we have the positive skewed. That's when we have a lot of the data at the top and then it tails out. So for example, if we had a stem and leaf plot, we will see a lot of the dots at the start, or say if we had numbers, say this was a stem of 1, and I could have all these leaves out like this, and then what we might see is that it starts to die off like that. So this is essentially, you have a lot at the start and then it tails off. Because if I took this image and flipped it round, you can see that it would look like a positive skewed histogram. So that's a positive skewed. Now you can see if you go the other way, where you have not a lot of data at the start and more at the end, that one's called negative skewed. So if I had a histogram, a stem and leaf, in this example, say 1, 2, 3, 4, I might see only a little bit of data at the start, and then I'll see it building up, maybe something like that. So we can see that it starts off small and then gets big. So if I once again grab that and turned it, you can see it would have the same shape as that negative skewed. If you, later on when we talk about box plots, the box plot, what you're going to see when you have a positive skewed, a small box to begin with and a larger one there. So once again, I'm talking about these inner two boxes here. And if we have, that would be positive skewed. If we have negative skewed, we have a larger box at the start and then a smaller one. So this, once again, these referring about that would be positive skewed. If I had a dot plot, just remember that you'd have lots of dots at the start and then it dies off and becomes 1, and then a dot plot for negative skewed would mean little bit at the start and then we get lots of data like that. Okay.